Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, September the 21st, 2022. Thursday, September the 21st. Well, guess what, everybody? Willow's back at work, and boy, is she looking good there, too. We're finally going to see some more General Hospital action aside from Finn and Elizabeth. Willow is she's the kind of nurse that makes all the patients smile. She's so thoughtful and caring, you know. She's the kind of nurse that you can come to when you need her to break HIPAA and give you some patient information that you're not supposed to have and not just tell you, she gonna take a picture with her phone and send it to you. That's Willow. Oh, goodness gracious. Sam's talking to Dante and they were discussing he's got to get a subpoena to get Sasha's medical records, and he also has to get a subpoena to get into the bank account. So the bank account's easier than the medical records and to analyze. Well, now look, he said to get the pills analyzed. No, you can get any medication analyzed, period. He could do that easily. However, to get into Sasha's medical records, that's going to take longer. And Sam was at GH when she was talking to him. And she looked over and saw Willow at the nurse's desk. So she goes, maybe I can help with that. So she goes over to Willow. Nice to see you back, Willow. Back full fledged, looking good. Listen, I need a favor. Just cut to the chase. And this favor is for Sasha. And Willow said, Sasha, how is she? She goes, I can't really discuss it, but she'll be fine. So Willow goes, okay. So she says, how can I help? Sasha has put herself out there for me, meaning with Wiley. She broke up with Michael so that Willow and Michael could get married to keep Wiley, faked sleeping with Chase for Willow and Michael. So she says, no. What can I do? So she goes, look, we believe Sasha was being drugged by the court appointed psychiatrist. And Willow said, what? She says, I just need a copy of the toxicology report when she was brought to GH before she was sent to Pentonville. And Willow looked. And so Sam goes and steps over there by the stairway, the stairs that they walk down. That you can see people walking down the stairs in the middle of the lobby or the nurse's station. And Willow goes over to the nurse's station, kind of glances around and types in Sasha's name and clicks on toxicology report, brings it up, and Willow sees, wait a minute, there were 2 drugs in her system. And she's like, oh no. So she looks around, takes her phone out, puts her phone back in her pocket, and Deanna comes up or is coming up. And so she clicks off of the medical records. She clicks off the screen, the lab screen and everything back to the main screen. And she kind of walks off of the nurse's station and Sam walks over to her. And Willow takes out her phone and texts it to her. And you heard a ding on Sam's phone. She says, look, there are 2 drugs in Sasha's system. One was the prescribed antidepressant that her regular doctor had her on. And I don't know what this, she goes, I don't know who gave her this other drug, or someone gave her a drug that when taken in conjunction with her original medicine will cause her to have hallucinations and have adverse, side effects. It'll make her a little delirious. So she says, Sam goes, thank you. So she goes, anything for Sasha, And I thought, go ahead, Willow. See? Now that's what good nurses are made of. Because don't you think Epiphany didn't give up stuff now? Let's be real. We know Elizabeth is down for helping you keep a person hostage. So I'm saying, look, Willow's gonna fit right in, 100%. So, goodness, I'm trying to figure out who's gonna be the gunshot wound she's gonna take care of. Probably Dex, right? Or if Michael get caught in the crosshair, she'll take care of Michael's little gunshot wound. I don't know. But anyway, good. I'm glad Willow is down for the cause. But you know what? Willow, don't get fired. Don't get fired. So then we have this scene, and everybody, I'm wondering why this? You have Charlotte. Why would you bring Charlotte to Kelly's? Nina can't get enough of Kelly's now that Carly owns it. Can't get enough of it. She could have taken that girl to the Metro Court and had her eat her expensive taste, anything she wanted from that Metro Court, right? But no, she brings her to Carly's. You know, need to change the name from Kelly's to Carly's. Okay, she brings her to Carly's. And Carly's like, hey, Charlotte, hey, hi, Nina. And so she goes, Charlotte spent the night with me, and we're getting something to eat. And so Carly said, Charlotte, would you like your usual? And she goes, yes, please. And Carly repeated what the usual was. And she goes, Nina looks at Charlotte and said, I didn't know you had a usual. Or Carly hadn't repeated it yet, I don't think. She goes, I didn't know you had a usual. And Carly says, yeah, she likes blah, 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 right? And she goes, yeah. And so Nina, once again, is thinking, can't I get one up on anybody where Carly's concerned? Why don't I know the usual? And you know what, Nina, that's a good question. You care about this girl. You mean you never took her to breakfast? No, you haven't. And you care about her. I'm sorry. Let's ask her daddy. What's Charlotte's usual? He don't know. He's like, when did she stop eating applesauce? What? She got a usual and she 50? So anyway, Charlotte goes to the bathroom. Carly goes to put her little order in. She goes, Nina, do you want something? Nina. And Nina's like, what? She goes, I'm going to put Charlotte's order in. So she goes, and I'll get you a menu. Nina walks over to the counter and said, how often does Charlotte come here? So she goes, I usually see her. I've seen her a couple times with Jake Weber. And that's what she orders. And then she goes, have you ever seen Charlotte here by herself? Has she been here with anyone else? And she goes, I don't pay attention specifically to Charlotte, Carly said, but I think she has been here a few times by herself. But what stands out to me is when she's with Jake. And so then Charlotte comes out and says, are you guys talking about me? And then Nina makes up some story that they were talking about, whatever. She told Charlotte, she said, and Charlotte bought it. But, I'm happy they changed Charlotte's back to this Charlotte. Because this little actress, oh, she plays evil well. She does. Woo, that girl's a Cassadine. Okay? And actually, she has 0 Cassadine blood in her. Because Helena wasn't a Cassadine. She married into the Cassadine family. Yikes. So anyway, we have, let's see what else is going on. Oh, Drew calls Carly, collect. Of course, she answers. This before Nina gets there. And they're talking, and she goes, do you have any information for Sonny? And he goes, no, I can't. I don't have any information yet. And guess what? Look to the far left there. See the door? You see somebody peeking, listening to Drew's conversation? I'm sorry, you see the guard standing there? You mean to tell me that guard don't know that that door is moved open? The guard should have been on alert. Like, wait, whoa, 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 what's happening? Because see, it could be somebody coming to ambush him. Cyrus just listening, right? He has such free reign of Pentonville. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Drew ought to be getting a good whiff of, you know what? Was the book almost beaten to Cyrus to set up? Because Cyrus seemed to go wherever he want and be wherever he want. So he goes, no, not yet, but I'm working on it. She goes, be safe. And so, either she said, I love you, Drew, I love you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then they hung up. Cyrus made sure he backed off. And that's when Nina comes in, and then Carly's standing there talking to Nina and Charlotte, and Diane comes in. And Diane says, I think we found a way to get Drew out of Pentonville early. Oh, and Carly was like, oh my God, thank you. She goes, yeah, I'm working on something. I just wanted to let you know. So Carly is talking to Diane, and she's happy. And Nina sits down talking to Charlotte about nothing, right? Not about, I know what you did last night. None of that. So Charlotte, fast forward, right? And Valentine goes to Dante and tells Dante that he's getting a place for him in Charlotte. And he's going to be more of a steady presence in Charlotte's life. And you want to know what Dante said? Oh, good. Thanks for the heads up. Right? Dante and Sam live in a penthouse apartment. Already between Sam's 2 and Dante's 1, that's 3 kids. And they took on Valentine's too? Even though, yes, that's Lulu's daughter, and that's why Dante did it. Laura asked him to. While she was going to, and Valentine were going to Russia, right? But let's face it, Dante, I'm not going to say could care less, but Charlotte is not Dante and Sam's responsibility. Oh my goodness. The only thing Dante said is, you know what, but can you make sure she drops by from time to time? Because she and Rocco, who is her brother, have gotten close. And Valentine said, yes, I will. And thank you so much for looking after Charlotte. So he leaves, and Dante's thinking, well, okay, hey, okay. That's like when you're taking on somebody else's responsibility, and they come to you and they say, I'm finally going to be responsible. And you're supposed to say, no, I want to keep your responsibility. No. I'm surprised Sam hasn't sensed a little whiff of Charlotte. But see, Sam's been busy dealing with the Sasha situation. She hasn't stood back and really looked. And here's the thing. Sam's 2, Jake and Scout. Jake is younger than Rocco and Charlotte. Sam's child is not that age. So she is not a teen mother yet. So she hasn't developed the teen mother skills yet to where you say, girl, what you wearing? Where you been? I got to keep track of you. Okay. So she's not there yet because Scout's at the babysitters being taken care of. So anyway, that was that. And Valentine is going to find him and Charlotte a place. And so Nina asked her, she goes, so Charlotte says, Papa is getting us a place. We're going to be together real soon. And Nina says, yeah, that's going to be nice. And Anna too? And Charlotte looks at her and said, yeah, Anna to. And then she sipped her drink. I see that ought to scare Nina. Because normally when kids don't like somebody or a situation, it'd be like, when she would have said, and Anna too, she'd have been like, face get all tore up, right? Yeah, Anna too. See, Charlotte got a good poker face on her. Yeah, and Anna too. Because I plan on doing some more terrorizing on her. Right? Okay. And Nina just looked, she did look a little worried, like, okay. Hmm. Hmm. So now who else do we have? We have, oh, this was so cute. Robert and Diane were having a good breakfast. It was a working breakfast. So she came right before work, dressed for work. And they're just talking and bouncing off of each other. They're happy when they bounce off of each other, right? And he gave her a compliment, and she goes, "Ooh, you, um, Deputy DA, you can compliment me anytime." And so he goes, "You know what? I may have come up with an idea that'll help get Drew released." And he said that the judge has put in for a promotion. He's trying to go for whatever next level promotion that's there. He says, so he's probably trying to send a message that he's going to be super, super tough on crime. He says, but he goes, but why would he be super tough on crime with Drew? That was not a criminal offense. He goes, no, but who's Drew? He goes, Diane, it's not about Drew. Who's Drew connected to? Who's Drew's girlfriend? She goes, Carly. And who's Carly connected to? So Diane said, Sonny. See, he goes, the whole thing was probably not for Drew to take that plea. It was for Drew to give up Carly. And then Carly give up Sonny. But Drew came in and I'm pleading guilty. We ain't even going to trial. So the judge, that kind of took that little edge away from him. So whatever, throw the book at him. So she goes, okay, that gives me something to work with, because let's face it, they're not going to have him in Pentonville for 3 years. We're not going to do that. Drew will be, what is this? This is September. Drew will be out before Christmas. It'll be the original 6 months he was supposed to have served. That was the plea deal, 6 months. 6 months meant he would have actually been out right after Christmas, but watch, he's going to be out before Christmas now. Okay. So, let's see. But Dante, let's get back to Dante because I'm looking at my notes real quick. He did tell Sam the subpoena's being worked on for Gladys's bank records, but I know he means Gladys and Sasha's. They want to see the commingling. They want to see how much money she took from Sasha's accounts and put into hers, and how the large withdrawals from Sasha's account. So that is slowly happening, even though Spinelli could. But see, look, if she would have used Spinelli to get the information, they could never have used it in court. But see, to heck with court. I would like the trial with Sonny Corinthos as the judge. Gladys would have wished she had gone through the court system, right? Okay, but Dante's doing it the right way. So that way the evidence can, because they're also trying to clear Cody as well. So that makes sense. But anyway, so they're having a great time and she's happy he gave her that information and they're kind of, chuckling and lighthearted. And then he goes, Anna comes into the dining room from not the elevator area where Diane is at this picture, but that side way that everybody, when they want to go have a public conversation, they just go to the side room there and sit down so that everybody can hear, that room. Anna comes in from there. And Robert says, hey, hold on. Anna is here. He always calls her Anna. Anna is here. With the accent. I can't do his accent very well. Otherwise, I'd do it. And so Diane's like mid sentence, oh, oh, and he's gone. Anna, and he goes over. Good to see you. Listen, have a seat right here. And that's at that table, kind of you see in this picture over here to the left, to the table closer to the other. You sit right here. I'm gonna go get my briefcase. And tell Diane goodbye. We got to take up our meeting another time. So she goes, okay. So he goes over to Diane. Listen, I hate to do this, but I gotta run. Let's do this again sometime. And I'm paying breakfast is on me. And he grabs his briefcase, and Diane is like, not a problem. You could kind of see, she puts and he kind of looks at her, but look, Anna is here, right? So he walks away, and Anna is just, she's watching, like she sees it. Oh, you interrupted, and Diane wasn't too happy because as he's walking away, Diane is like, do you see? Yeah, the picture on the front, because she had taken a bite of the toast before she plopped it on his plate. She got a little piece of bread in her mouth there on the cheek. And she's just like, what is it with him and his ex-wives? Why does he just drop everything for them? So she's sitting there, and he gives her a gift box with this big old bow. And she goes, what is this? He goes, open it, Anna. So she opens it, and she goes, what is this? Ooh, look, no, lift it up, push that button right there, push that button. And Diane is just looking at him, just all giddy behind, just beside himself, giving Anna this gift. So she gets up and she goes to the elevator, and she's waiting for the elevator, and he's like, hurry up, push the button. And Diane gets on the elevator before, everything comes on, because see, here's the thing. Robert and Robin, and probably Emma, but he's just mainly Robin, they put together, that's a digital frame, right? And remember, she was more heartbroken about losing all those pictures in the fire, priceless pictures of Emma growing up, so what Robert did was, told her, you recreate, like, remember what pictures your mom had in the house, whatever you have on the phone, whatever duplicates you have, put them on this frame. And she did. And the ones that they showed, they went back, Emma, when Emma was born, and when, Robin was a little girl, and Emma was a little, and Anna just started crying. Oh, she was just looking at the picture. See, and I wish Diane would have seen that, because that's not him putting his well, yeah, that is him putting his ex-wife first, but that was a very thoughtful thing for him to do, right? Made me like him even more. And she's just, this is you and I mean, when they got married, a very young Robert Scorpio and Anna DeVay, I mean, her pictures. And she just was wiping her, and then she gets up and she hugs him. Well, Diane didn't even see this part. Stands up and she hugs him tightly. And she says, thank you, Robert. This is the best gift that you've ever given me. I will watch this over and over again, probably tonight, 100 times. So it was a great gift. And so as they're finished hugging, Valentine's walking off the elevator, looking at her stupid. I'm thinking, shit, Valentine, you can't be around enough. Get out of here. You know what your daughter did last night, and you've done nothing to her. Haven't even spoken to her about her crime, right? And it's a crime. You got Anna wandering around versus knowing I've got a angry psychopathic teenager who's pissed at me for spending too much time with her papa. Okay, that makes sense. Right? So anyway, let me see. Did I cover everything? Oh, so Cyrus, the guard that Drew was supposed to give Drew information, right? He comes in and he tells Drew, so does that internship still stand for my son? And Drew says, absolutely. He goes, okay, Dr. Gatlin Hope came in, but he saw and he gave him the prisoner's name that had been beaten by a guard. But rightfully beaten by a guard, but beaten by a guard. And the warden called in. Now, mind you, prisons have a doctor. That story doesn't fly. Why would the warden call Dr. Gatlin Holt to come and see this patient? He's not on call for the prisons. And he came and he patched him up. That's who he saw. And he goes, wait, well, why would he be beaten by a guard like that so much to have medical attention? And why would the warden call out for medical? So he goes, bottom line, she doesn't want any bad publicity for the prison. So she wanted to make sure he was okay because he's in solitary. Before they, put him in solitary, she wanted to make sure he was okay to be in solitary, medically okay. So Bruce says, well, thanks for the information. So Drew walks off. Cyrus walks in and he looks at him. He goes, you did good. And by the way, your son is going to be taken care of handsomely. Way better than some internship that Drew Kane is offering. And the guard was like, okay. Like, look, that guard didn't care. If you're willing to take one little bribe favor from an inmate, you'll take an even bigger one from another. Okay, I ain't mad at him. You go. Be mad at you, right? So that's what that is. And let me see. I think I covered everything. I sure did. That was it for today's episode of General Hospital. Let's go to Comment Corner. Comment Corner. We've got some good comments. Uh-oh. Well, everybody, I don't have my trusty, dusty phone near me with my stopwatch, so I'll just kind of peek at the clock here. All right. And I'm going to go from the top down. So let's dive into it. La Petite is her grandmother's child for sure. And you mean Helena Cassadine. I am so happy Sasha is getting the help she needs. That was from DB. NK says Valentine made Charlotte think her surrogate was her mother and then faked her death to get the girl resentful of Lulu wanting to be in her life after losing her previous mother figure. Hold on, let me get this next. So her previous mother figure. And now we have NK Rose says all that time she lost with getting to know Lulu. I think Tracy meant BOQ's mistake and guilt over letting Valentine into the family. Well, yeah, remember it was initially BLT her. I think she gave Valentine her vote, right? Her voting share. Brooklyn did, and she screwed that up by getting that 1%. Tracy could get EOQ out of his grips, and then NK Rose says, "Well, look." If they really cared about business, Valentine could have been ousted. How much time has he really spent working at EOQ? He has not. Whatsoever. He has not. Oh my goodness. I got my little blind dog was whining to come downstairs, everybody. So my son went and got her, to think she had to go to the bathroom. She was just trying to sniff to see if we had food down there. But anyway, she's still around. Still around, 15 and a half. So anyway, NK Rose says there should be a flashback scene of them intentionally making Lulu look bad by ignoring Charlotte's bullying, because they sure were ignoring it. And Lulu's like, oh no, 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 no. she's going to face consequences for those actions. And they were like, how dare, oh no, Lulu stood her grounds with that. No daughter of mine is going to be bullying like that. And so NK Rose says, I think Nina and Valentine got Willow fired for daring to call out the girls' behavioral issues. Yep. They finally see the results of their actions. And there it is, standing you straight in the face. I really wanted the attacks to be um, over Anna, so that Trina's mom would be blamed, would be wrong to blame Spencer. But once again, one of his relatives hurt her family. I don't see how. And we, regarding what situation, but once again, one of his relatives hurt his family. Um, Albeit intentionally. That's what NK Rose said. Sherry says Gregory has yet to tell Chase about his ALS. Jones says they probably have Jake involved, especially with the fire. Remember, Valentine mentioned the clothes and the paint on them. I thought Valentine said ink, that it was ink on them, but maybe I was wrong. Jake is an artist. LaShawn says Charlotte put a snake in Ava Jerome's purse at a birthday party. Jane says, stay strong. Uh, Lady girl, moving is stressful. Yes. Yeah, it's physically taxing, Jane. Ugh, packing boxes and bending, stupid. Oh my goodness. Muscle aches. But thank you for saying that, Jane. Georgia says, I'm so happy your channel is growing. You are so funny and entertaining. Thank you, Georgia. Jane says Charlotte will be Helena, her great grandmother. Yeah, if left unchecked. And then Richard says, another great review, Daily Recap Lady. I agree. Brick should need to be more involved in Sunny's with this situation. That's so true. Sabrina says, hi, Daily Recap Lady. Okay, I have to admit, I like Cody and Sasha together. I hope he tells her Mac is his dad, and she encourages him to tell Mac the truth. Speaking of Mac, the actor will be on Good Morning America on Friday to discuss his disease and diagnosis. Oh no, I didn't know he was sick. Regarding Valentine, I feel he's going to lose Anna once the truth comes out about all his lies. Just my opinion, he will. It's just too much. If it's one thing they had in common, they knew each other's truths to a fault, and they understood each other's plight, and now everything is a secret from Anna where Valentine is concerned. And then Catherine says it's all Helena, meaning Charlotte's personality. Catherine says Charlotte is a sociopath. This isn't REG out. It's disturbing and criminal behavior. I think there was a typo there. Or yeah, because I don't quite under that. REG out. Then Lisa says, we do appreciate your hard work to give us the recaps. You keep me up to date. Oh, thank you, Lisa. You all catch so much I miss. Oh, when I'm watching the show. Oh, it's probably because you fast forwarding like me. Because a lot of you catch what I miss. As soon as I see some folks, I'm like, fast forward. I don't care what they're talking about. And then Lisa says, yeah, Brooklyn, tell Tracy to go jump. He finally told Tracy, and she can't, and she can stop being rude to Gregory. And then Lisa says, I'm glad that Gregory is okay with Finn and Elizabeth finding a doctor that will look at him. Hopefully, look into ways it won't advance so rapidly. I know. Nina and Valentine did not do anything but tuck her in bed. She pulled out tarot cards. Okay, I knew those some kind of some kind of little sorcery cards. Lisa says, Argyle with some warm, salty water. Oh, gargle, Argyle, gargle with some warm salt water to help break up your throat. My throat's a little better today. I've been living on Benadryl. Lisa says Lucy is being unreasonable. She needs to think about Maxie and her children. She has a baby to take care of. And then Cristal says there is no proof that Charlotte did anything. People are judging her on her past behavior. As for Curtis, his family is going to make a cripple out of him. Marshall is doing Curtis more harm than good. There's no reason why Curtis can't go back to work. Well, there isn't, but Curtis doesn't want to go back there. P. Burrow says the circumstantial evidence is mounted against Charlotte. She could have gone to Nina if she wanted to wait if she wanted to wait in her dad's suite. A professional would have erased the tape for real and paid someone on staff to do the deed. That is so true. Remember, she's proven to be a bully and suffered no consequences. She thinks her dad hung the moon. Plus, she's been observing Valentine all these years. She is as calculating, which is very scary. She is calculating, which is very scary. Lisa says, Charlotte has been taught when someone is in your way of getting what you want. Someone is in your way of getting what you want. Get rid of them. Remove the problem. Valentine is staying with Anna. Burn the house down. No more house. Papa will have to find us a house. But he went to the hotel with Anna instead. Scare Anna away from staying with him. Tear it up. Only Anna's stuff. Tear up only Anna's stuff. She came to witness her work. She sure did, knocking on the door. Is Papa here? And she looks around. Oh, no, Valentine never said a word to her. He is not going to hold her accountable. I noticed Nina still watching the video after Valentine told her to erase it. I wonder why she went to Olivia's office to watch it. No, she was in Olivia's office to begin with. That's where Valentine found her. Because when he said, can I look at the video footage? She goes, well, let me put it up on Olivia's computer. She was in Olivia's office. Why? I don't know, right? But she was in Olivia's office. And then Ron says, Nina has so many, she must mean lies or things she's held from Sonny. There's no way, there's no wedding. And when they find out all her days in PC are done, does she think Sonny is stupid? All her days, find out all her days in PC are done. Yeah, well, it's gonna come out. Lisa says, I hope Sonny finds out before he says I do, so it doesn't become a mess with divorce for him. Well, so what? He does divorces like popcorn. He don't care about that. User PT says, if Tracy wanted to help BLQ, she would have purchased a recording studio. That is so true. Anthony says, Cody is getting smarter. Dacia says, Gladys should be scared because Sam and Dante are on her back. When they find out Gladys stole all of Sauce's money, Gladys will lose everything, including conservatorship. Gladys will be in trouble. Gwendolyn says Charlotte witnessed Valentine pushing Ava over the balcony at Windermere. That is so true. She witnessed him trying to commit murder. She sure did. That is right. So he, she learned from her daddy, her papa. LaShanta says, I'm over Gregory because everyone knows except Chase. And let's see, that was, well, but I'm almost at the end. We're at 13 minutes, but let me keep going. LaSanta says, Yes, Cody, I'm glad he saved Sasha. Scott is back good. Now why he helping Lucy? No, now why he's helping Lucy. I don't think he is. Marty's a lawyer. No, he said you have a good lawyer. Well, I see why Lucy doesn't want to give in to Tracy. Um, I don't. Anna, why do you trust Valentine? Nina's secrets piling up. The gun was traced back to the WSB. Remember, Charlotte is the reason between Willow and Nina. She's the reason that, the first rift started between Willow and Nina. Uh, is she at Sunny's house? Who? Who's who at Sunny's house? Are those cards that control Drew? Watch, she gets Jake caught up. Good Brooklyn. No, those are not the same cards. These cards Charlotte has were kind of gold and thicker. Lucy says, I'm here for Cody and Sasha. Yeah, I like them too. Sandy says, I never thought I would say, but Cody is growing on me. I love he shaved. Charlotte should have known my big mama. There would be no question about what to do. LOL. Charlotte is screaming for attention from her father, but covering up her bad behavior like they always have is not helping her. That's so true. And then Gwendolyn says Nina and Valentine have never held Charlotte accountable for her behavior. The fallout between Nina and Willow was because Charlotte was bullying Aiden. Instead of Nina holding Charlotte accountable, she got Willow fired. Don't Charlotte, or didn't Charlotte put a snake in someone's bag at a birthday party? And Lisa says, yes, the sweetheart did. I think it was Violet's birthday party. She was told that was not nice, Charlotte. Now you don't put snakes in a bag. And I think she told her. He goes, how'd you get it? I used your credit card, Papa. Right? Um, and then another worldly says Violet's birthday party at Anna's house, where Charlotte scared the heck out of Ava when she reached into her purse and pulled out a snake. Valentine found his credit card receipt and comforted her. He sure did. She did not get in trouble for that horrible, horrible thing that she did. So anyway, everybody, that is it. That is all the comments. I made it through them all. I'm trying to rush through from Comment Corner. Thank you so much for all your comments. I will be back tomorrow for another daily episode of General Hospital.